Hi, group number ones. Welcome to this week's reading. This week we are doing a dream interpretation spread. And the card that drew you guys in is this card, card 16, Possessions. Card 16, Possessions. And this card talks about where we find value, and it also talks about like things we may feel like we're losing hold of, or things that we might have taken for granted, or that kind of thing. Like that idea of like, where do our possessions and what we have hold, like what place do they hold in our lives? So this is the card that will be presiding over our reading. We'll see if our cards come out to match this dream. So the spread we're doing today is a 5-card spread plus an extra spread, plus an extra card. And we're going to use that extra card to be our oracle cards. So yeah. So this spread has 5 questions. They are, and I will say them as we explore them, obviously. What is the purpose behind this dream? What is my subconscious trying to communicate through it? What physical manifestations will I experience connected with this dream? What signs should I be paying attention for to help me uncover the meaning of it? And how is this dream linked to my reality? And the last card, which will be the extra oracle card, that card is normally used if you're having this dream recurringly, but we're going to use it as for what the question is, because I think the question can apply to other dreams as well. So it says, the last question is, what are you trying to teach me or alert me of? So that's like our final message of advice or whatever. So let's see what we have for you guys, shall we, group number ones? So dreams are fun. I always think of dreams as like another world or a window into the collective unconscious, as well as our own unconscious. They're a place where our brain works out the problems it's been faced with during the day. Whoa, that card went flying and it almost caught on fire, but it didn't. Hooray. Okay, so let's see what we have for you guys. I may have to look up some of the cards in this deck because this card is not a one-to-one Rider-Waite-Smith type deck. It's got its own fun interpretations, and I don't always have them all memorized, so bear with me. All right, group number one, let's start, shall we? So the first card and the first question is, what is the purpose behind this dream? And the card we have for you is the Ace of Birds, which is the Ace of Swords. So the purpose of this dream is to make you think about something in a new way. It's trying to bring in new ways of thinking about something. And if we're tying in the possessions card, it's trying to make you think about what you have differently. Maybe it's trying to help you think about your possessions as just things instead of like treasured memories so that you can get rid of some stuff. Or maybe it's trying to help you think of possessions more abstractly if you have a problem like buying things you don't need. It's just trying to bring in a new way of thinking about your possessions. So that's card number one. Card number two is, what is my subconscious trying to communicate through this dream? And the card we have for you is the Seven of Birds, which is the Seven of Swords in this deck. The Seven of Swords is normally the picture of a man running away from a tent with a bunch of swords in his arms. This card often talks about betrayal, but it can also talk about like it's time to move on. It's time to pick up what you got and leave because the place where you are isn't great. Which is also kind of the meaning of card 6 of the swords. But in this like spread and where it is in this spread, what this is what blah, 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 blah. I think through this dream, your subconscious is trying to make you reevaluate what is important, what is valuable to you. Clearly, we've gotten this message like twice now. But I think it's also saying that there's something holding you back from leaving, going away, doing something. There's something that's holding you back from joining the flock and flying away, because that's what this card looks like. And I think your subconscious is trying to pinpoint it for you and trying to point out ways around it. With all this swirly whirly energy that we have in this card, I have this feeling that like your subconscious is like working around the clock trying to solve the problem for you, and it just keeps running around in circles being like, but it's just this thing. It's this thing that we just need to change how we think about it. We just need to change how we value something to help us move on. And this could be talking about all kinds of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be about a possession. It could be about a relationship or a place where we felt loved and protected at one time. And now that we are grown, we see it was not the safe haven that we thought it was. There's a lot of, as we get older and look back on things in our past, sometimes there's a lot of perspective shifting that has to happen for us to forgive ourselves or forgive others or just move on with our lives and not be stuck in that one spot forever. It's often a thing people find that they have to do when they are going through like deconstruction, which is the process of deconstructing old beliefs and rebuilding yourself as to how you really believe and not what you have been taught to believe. So moving on, card number 3, what physical manifestation will I experience connected to this dream? And the card we have for you guys is the Protector. The Protector. I think this is one of the knights. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. Hold please. So you guys got the Protector. This card in this deck is actually the King of Wands, which makes a lot of sense. And the question for this card was, what physical manifestation will I experience connected with this dream? And what I'm feeling is that like when you're in real life and all of a sudden you get really protective over something or really defensive over something, I think this dream is going to come to mind. And we're going to be like, oh, maybe this is the thing that is holding me back, that is keeping me stuck in this place, that is making me so defensive, so territorial. That's what it is. It's this feeling of territorialness that the dream will bring to mind. Like the dream will come to mind in real life when we are in this moment of territorialism. And it's trying to point out to you that territorialism isn't real. Like, it's all possessions aren't real, all money isn't real. Like, it's all an illusion as far as that goes. And like, why are you so defensive of this thing? It's trying to show you like, hey, maybe we don't need to be this defensive about this thing. And like, what are our reasons for being so defensive over this thing? Are they grounded in anything, any form of reality? Like, are we just possessive over this thing because we're insecure? Or is there a reason outside of that? So yeah, it's the manifestation of this dream will happen in real life when you jump to defensiveness, jump to territorialism, when you're like, nah, this is fucking mine. It's the dream will come back to your mind and be like, hey, here's that thing that we need to change our perspective about. So the next card talks about what signs should I be paying attention to? Let me try again. What signs should I be paying attention to? This is such an oddly worded question. Okay. What signs should I be paying attention to? Help me uncover the meaning of it. So this one's about signs. What signs should we be paying attention to? And the card we have for you guys is the Three of Lotuses, which is the Three of Cups in this deck. And the Three of Lotuses talks about celebration with friends, joining with a coven, almost. Really forming deep seated connections with other people that last lifetimes. That kind of friendship. So what signs should you pay attention to uncover the meaning of the dream? So as you are, if you're having the dream recurringly, or if the dream is brought to your attention in the real world, I think it's trying to say, hey, pay attention to how this affects your friendships. Pay attention how this affects your relationship to others. And if it's a negative like if your reaction of becoming territorial becomes an issue in the friendship, then is the defense of this item, this relationship, whatever, is the defense of that thing worth your friendships? It's kind of what this dream is trying to point out to you. Like, is it worth more than a lifelong friendship? And if not, then let's change our perspective about it. Okay, and the last card we have for you is, what is this dream linked to in my reality? So the last card we have for you is the Geomancer. I have to look this one up as well, but I think she's the Queen of Earth or the Queen of Pentacles, but let me just double check. Okay, so this last card we have for you is the Geomancer, and she is the Queen of Pentacles. So, how is the dream, how is this dream linked to my reality? So, the Queen of Pentacles really talks about, bless you, Magus. Sorry, that was my kitty cat sneezing. So the Queen of Pentacles is really linked to our idea of prosperity and self-sufficiency and manifestation. The Queen of Pentacles really, bless you, Magus. The Queen of Pentacles, okay, kitty cat is coming to visit. The Queen of Pentacles really shows us what we value and where to put our value. And clearly that has been the message of this whole reading the whole time. But when we're talking about how is this dream linked to my reality, it's linked to your idea of self-expression. and your idea of self-love and your idea of how to take care of yourself and how you find value in yourself. Like, you might find value in like bringing in the money to be able to buy the things. Oh my goodness, so many sneezes, Magus. Bless you. I'm so sorry if you can hear him sneezes. This is just how he lives his life. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Say hi. This is Magus. He's a good boy. Say hi, Magus. Oh, what a good boy. Okay, we're gonna put you over here, okay? I love you very much. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is how you value yourself and how you find value in others and other things. So this dream is trying to help you reconfigure your Queen of Pentacles. Help you know that your value is not in the things you have or the territory you possess, but you have intrinsic worth by just existing. So that is all I'm seeing in these cards. Now I'm going to shuffle the Messenger Oracle deck and get you one final, wow, my words are all fun today, but we're going to get you one final card for this last spot here in the middle of the spread. So let's see what you got, group number ones. Your cards were really redundant today. They said a lot of the same thing over and over, and I'm sorry about that, but sometimes the cards are just one-track minded. They just got one idea. So that's the card for you guys. And this card, the question for this card is, this is for like any deity or guide that might be talking to you through your dreams, and it says, what are you trying to teach me from this dream? And the card that we have for you guys is, focus. Nurture all you love. Aw, that's nice. Nurture all you love. So I'm going to read this card to you out of the book. 1 second. Grab the book. All right. So I'm going to read this to you out of the book. They're pretty simple, this deck, and they mean what they say, but just to flesh it out a little bit more, it says, nurture all you love. Take the time to nurture the things you care about so that they may flourish and grow. Your hopes, your dreams, your body, your mind, your spirit, your creations, and your relationships. All that is you needs to be cherished, loved, honored, and respected. Without care and attention, these aspects of self can fall into a state of neglect that does only harm to both you and the world around you. Nurture them, and they will bring you peace and fulfillment. Yeah, so nurture all the other things in your life as well as your value, like as well as how you find value in yourself. Nurture all the other things, your relationships, your body, like all the things, your mind. So yeah. So that's all I'm seeing for you, my group number ones. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That helps me out so much on this channel. And I will see you guys next week for another reading. This was Pan. Bye, guys. Excuse me, bubbies. Thank you.